told us a story off the air about last year receiving a kick in the end zone about 7 yards deep. Garrett Juergens is the guy that tells him to either go or stay, and looked at Matt and kind of
like, I don't
shrugged
know.
his shoulders and said, I don't know. And so he
Matt
said,
went anyway.
I just ran. Just one of the many responsibilities that Matt Hadley will undertake as a multi-positional player for BYU football. What did he think the moment he found out that he was going to switch to linebacker and be the guy to replace Francis Bernard, 2-on-1, BYU football all access?
Matt, I want to ask you about your new position, but I can't get past the mustache, so we got to start there. How long is it taking you to grow that caterpillar on your lip?
So let's see. I've had to trim it back already about 2 or 3 times, but let's see. I started probably the second week of July with it, and I've had to take it off my lip because it gets to the point to where it like curls in like brushes on my teeth. You know what I mean? So I got to trim it back.
6 weeks, huh? Now, Spencer had some good mustaches back in the day. Is this an ode to him? Is this what's your motivation? Because no one grows a mustache for nothing.
Yeah, I would say it's a little bit of, Spence did it, so I'm the little brother that I guess wants to be just like him, which is true.
Apparently the coaches feel the same way as well with your position.
Yeah, I guess with the position move, they kind of feel the same way. So I'm glad we're on the same page there. Yeah.
What was your immediate reaction to finding out just essentially a few days ago you're going to be playing an entirely different position, and yeah, we're probably going to want you to start too?
Kind of like jaw hitting the floor type of feeling. I was taken aback, honestly, when Coach Lamb approached me right before practice last week and said, "Hey, this is what we're going to do." I was kind of, whoa, okay, I guess let's do it then, kind of thing. Like I guess I can't really say no, right? I mean, it's especially, the way it was presented to me as well, like the way they talked to me about it also gave me some confidence and helped me out. And so, just as the week went on last week, they were coaching me up and helping me more and more, and I was just feeling more comfortable.
Kalani said that you've been trying to suppress your weight as a safety, and now as a linebacker you can just kind of let it go. Is that true? You're trying to keep the weight down, now you can just let it go?
Yeah, to a certain extent, I guess, yeah, that's true. I was on a pretty good diet to just maintain my weight. Let's put it that way. Okay. I was maintaining. It wasn't so much that I was out of control, but yeah, now that I move positions, I can be out of control. I mean, to a certain point, right? To a certain point, I gotta eat right, but I can eat a lot more, which is nice.
And that's to your liking? Like you've been wanting to eat more, or now you're like, well, the door's open?
It's more like that. It's like, oh, well, the door's open. Okay, let's do it.
A second serving.
Yes, yeah. I'll take another. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so if you had an ideal weight as a safety and an ideal weight as a linebacker, what are those numbers? So what kind of a transition are we talking about?
So I was wanting to be between 200 and 205 at safety, and I was over 205. Let's put it that way. And right now I think a healthy weight that I could get to in the next week or two would be a little over 215. Right now I'm right under. So yeah, I think I don't want to get too big, but because I want to be able to maintain some of my speed and whatnot. But I think just because I'm putting on weight so fast, you know what I'm saying? So I think somewhere between 215 and 220 would be good for me.
Did you play linebacker in high school? How much linebacker have you played in your life?
Yeah, I did a little bit in high school. I mostly played safety on defense, but we ran a lot of cover 3, so I was down most of the time. And then when we played run-heavy schools, I usually played a little bit of middle linebacker, so I played some.
We've already talked about your connection with your brother Spencer with the mustache. Now you're both linebackers. What have the conversations between he and yourself been like since the move was announced?
A lot of excitement in our conversations now when we talk about football. I mean, there always was, but now it's a little bit of an extra, I think. We're actually even in a group text message with Brandon Ogletree.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We're going to tell you everything you do wrong.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much how it is. That's how it's going to be. I sent him a few clips of some things that I did good in practice, and they were able to point out, no, these are the things you did bad, actually, which is really good. Which I appreciate. My brother Spencer and Brandon and both of them, but it's been fun. Like they even named our group text message linebacker film room. So
Nice.
So yeah, we're gonna get a lot of talks. That's for sure.
I've always said be careful from advice from any Spencer. That's just generally like a life motto that I've said. What's come naturally to you, and then what's been a challenge at linebacker?
I think because I played a lot of running back growing up, it's nice because I'm just on the other side now. So I'm able to see, okay, and anticipate. That's what I would do if I were running back. That's the hole I would hit, and so I'm able to slide over and be there. But I think that's so kind of instincts a little bit, but at the same time, some things that I'm going to need to work on is being able to read, because everything's so much faster, and using my hands a lot more. Now I'm going to have to be taking on a lot bigger blocks than what I'm used to, and I have to be able to create separation and avoid, and I think those are going to be challenging, but I think it'll be able to come.
I imagine that Ed Lamb and the coaches feel comfortable in your ability to pass defend in the linebacker position, correct?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they. I think they feel pretty good about that. I hope so. I hope I've been able to show enough of that.
What's been more of a struggle, making this switch to linebacker, or when you actually added sheep to the farm at home in Connell, Washington?
Well, let's see. It depends on the day, really. It depends on what we're doing at the farm, and it depends on what we're doing here. If you were to ask me that while we're back home docking lambs, then I would tell you that. I would tell you the sheep, adding the sheep for sure.
Docking lambs.
What does that even mean?
Taking the lambs, tagging them, giving them a shot, putting the band on them, castrating them if we need to, depending on whether it's a boy or a girl. And
sure.
And also putting a little band on the tail to have the tail fall off so they don't prevent infections. And anyway.
Is that harder, or taking on maybe, say, an LSU offensive tackle?
We'll find out. We'll find out, I guess, here in a week. So, but yeah.
That sounded hard to me.
Yeah.
Both of them.
I was checking out very quickly.
Yeah, one more squeamish than the other.
Yeah. My goodness.
Exactly.
You've taken some heat about your bromance with Tanner Mangum, and I know that you guys are confident. But how has that dynamic changed now that he's on offense in fall camp and you're on defense? You're competing against each other.
Yeah, it's all fun. I mean, we're talking. If you come out and listen, we're talking back and forth most of practice. Whenever we were scrimmaging against each other, we're jawing off back and forth. I'm letting him know what I think, and he's a little more quiet. He'll say something every once in a while, but I'm always trying to get in his head. Doesn't work all the time, but I still try.
Hey, occasionally, if it works, it's worth it then.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Matt, congratulations on the promotion, if you will.
The motion.
The move forward.
The motion, yeah.
We're looking forward to watching you play linebacker.
Appreciate it. Thank you.